and brother Adesina Akinwumi, President of the Africa Development Bank, your dear wife Grace, representatives from the Africa Development Bank, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, on my own behalf and on behalf of the government and people of Kenya, this morning, I welcome you, my brother, to Nairobi, your other home. Congratulations. This morning, I am very proud to be the president that confers on you this well-deserved honor of the people of Kenya. It's an honor that I have the privilege as president, but on behalf of the government and people of Kenya, to award you for the distinguished service, the commitment you have demonstrated, and the passion you have worked with to see to it that in every way, even before you became the president of the Africa Development Bank, you demonstrated your commitment and your passion for our country. My brother, Adesina, I want to say thank you very much. As you have said yourself, I remember the very early mornings that we engaged. Then when you were working with the Rockefeller Foundation, with the AGRA framework in Kenya. Then I was Minister for Agriculture. And you inspired me a lot with your zeal and commitment for farmers and for ordinary people. And it's because of you that I developed passion for agriculture. And as you have said correctly, it was always something to think about, how farmers can do more with less. And that is when we discussed subsidies for our farmers. And I remember you said then many people did not believe in subsidies. And as you've described very ably, it was difficult even to process it within government. But as you've said, with my PS then, Romano Kiome, we went out of our way. And I remember going to Harambee House to see the then President Mwai Kibaki when I was Minister for Agriculture, and to tell him that we now can subsidize farmers. We have found a mechanism to subsidize farmers. And President Kibaki was skeptical. He told me, is it really possible, Minister? And after moments of conversation and persuasion, he said, yes, okay, let's go and see. And then we organized a meeting in a place called Moy's Bridge. And for the first time, we started to subsidize inputs for farmers. Let me tell you, my good brother, President Adesina, that ever since I became president, I brought back the subsidy program on our maize, wheat, tea, coffee, sugarcane. And today I can proudly say, because of the government's program on subsidy of fertilizer and farm inputs, including seeds, Kenya has seen tremendous increase in our productivity. Just for insight, last year in 2024, we produced 70 million bags of maize, up from 40 million bags of maize in 2022. Last year, tea crossed the 200 billion. In fact, we We sold tea worth 220 billion for the first time, because again, we subsidize fertilizer for Kenya Tea Development Authority and all the other tea makers. Let me also tell you that this year was the highest earnings by our coffee farmers. And that speaks volumes of what supporting farmers and supporting production as opposed to supporting or subsidizing consumption, how much difference it makes. And so I am very proud that the journey we started together 10 years ago, today I can see its fruits, and the people of Kenya can feel the impact of what that is doing. My brother, President Adesina, when you became president of the Africa Development Bank, I knew that we were in good hands. And I was sure that we would do more now that you had a bigger portfolio to work with. And that is why immediately we discussed with my former boss, President Uhuru Kenyatta. We asked you to support our last mile connectivity program. And the numbers and the statistics speak for itself. We moved our numbers from 2.4 million connections to households in 2024 in 2014, when we came into office then. Today, we are at 9.7 million households. Just for the record again, this year, we are, with your support and other development partners, we have 63 billion shillings for our last mile connectivity and rural electrification, on the way to connecting 1 million more households, again by 2027. So that whole program that we started with, dignifying people with electricity, eliminating the challenges of use of alternative sources of energy, it speaks volumes about our development as Kenya. The second item that I am very proud of your support and that of the Africa Development Bank is our road infrastructure. You have said it yourself that the dualing of Thika Superhighway, and just for your information, now that road is all the way to Maroa in Nyeri. The road now has been dualed from where you left it by the support of your great organization. Now it went to Thika, Thika to Kenol. It was picked up from Kenol, now all the way to Nyeri. In fact, later this month, I will be inspecting that road and the wonderful interchanges that have been rolled out, and supporting the whole transport network of that section of Kenya. The project you have said that connects Kenya and Bagamoyo, Horohoro, that comes all the way to Malindi. I was in Mombasa a few weeks ago, and I was inspecting that road. It's funded both by yourself, sections by yourself, and sections by the European Investment Bank. And others, I want to tell you, we are making very good progress. Just for the record again, I was in Kitale last weekend. And the road you're supporting from Lesero to Kitale, and eventually connecting to Takwel. We will be advertising that road in the next few months. All the notes have been completed. And just to tell you that we're making progress on that road as well. And on all the other pieces of infrastructure that are going on in Kenya on the road sector. And just to give you a brief on the water, because you have supported, as I have said, you've supported our agriculture, you have supported our roads infrastructure, you have supported our water infrastructure. And you remember when you visited me the last time here in Statehouse, I discussed with you about water. And just so that you know what's going on, Twake, which is the largest water project in Kenya, in Kenya's history, is actually supported by the African Development Bank under your leadership. And that project will be complete by early next year. When I came into office, we needed additional resources, which, again, the African Development Bank was gracious to accept. And so that water project and that dam project becomes a real asset for the people of Makueni, Kitui, and Machakos. On Monday this week, I rolled out a big program to clean up the Nairobi River that will also include the Ngong River, that will eventually make it viable. Because the challenge we've had in Twake is that because of the pollution in Nairobi, the water downstream in Twake had traces of items that would be harmful to people. And this week on Monday, I rolled out a big program to clean up the Nairobi River, what we are calling the Nairobi River Regeneration Program, that will eventually give meaning to Twake downstream, because the people in Machakos and Kitui are very concerned about the pollution in Nairobi that eventually ends up downstream. And again, to inform you that the first phase of the program that you supported as World Bank of 38 projects in our townships is complete. There is only, I think, maybe 3-4% that we are completing now. We're rolling out the program that we have now agreed with you, and I'm very grateful that $600 and a bit million, that's approximately 80 billion Kenya shillings, will go into the program on water. Because again, water harvesting, water storage, irrigation is the next horizon, especially in the context of climate change. We need to store more water, we need to harvest more water, we need more dams, and we need space that will enable us to deal with that. I am very proud, my brother, that you kindly and graciously accepted to support our water infrastructure development. Again, thank you very much. And finally, to matters to do with the demographic dividend that we have as a continent. We have the youngest continent. Our median age is just about 20. And Kenya is in that bracket. And we have taken deliberate steps as government to, for the first time, figure out where to create jobs for our young people. And I am very proud that you're supporting two pillars. Because you're supporting the program on mortgage refinancing, and I know you've given resources there, to support our housing program. I want to tell you, my brother, we have 150,000 houses being constructed in Kenya. We have close to 260,000 young people working in our housing program across Kenya. Just this week, last week, I launched several projects, housing projects, that will hire many young people, engineers, architects, quantity surveyors, masons, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, and everybody in between. That program, again, you supporting the mortgage end makes that program much more viable. And again, the program you are supporting on youth entrepreneurship and the program I did request. I'm very happy that You will be supporting us with $300 million. We're working with the young people of our nation so that we create jobs on the digital platform, we create jobs in our housing program, we create jobs in our export of labor space, we create jobs in different other aspects in our agro-processing value addition space. So as I stand here, I proudly say you deserve the honor and the investiture that I have done on you, that I've invested on you today, on behalf of the government and people of Kenya. My brother Adesina, congratulations. You are amazing. You are a great leader. I wish you the very best as you take up your other assignments into the future. Again, from the people of Kenya, from the government of Kenya, and from myself, to you, to your wife, and to the great institution that you lead, my very best wishes. Congratulations again. And I think the only thing that is remaining is to make you a citizen of Kenya. Thank you very much, and God bless you. Congratulations, my friend. We will then, let's keep our seats, please.